Hello everyone. Want to hear a story? Okay, let me tell you the story of the haunted doll. Here we go. So there I was, walking down Robloxian Street, and I see a sign for a restaurant and I'm like, dang. I'm in the mood for a cheeseburger. So I walk over toward the restaurant and I read a sign next to it that reads, "Be wary of ghosts." And I'm like,
That's probably nothing.
So I walk in and I tell the cashier, "Can I get a cheeseburger with extra buns?" And the cashier says,
Okay.
So he runs back there and brings back a burger with extra bun. So I get sat down after paying for my food and am about to take a bit when I hear a scream in the back of the restaurant.
That's probably nothing.
All of the employees come running out of the kitchen and exit the store. So I go to take a peek and I see something that traumatized me for my life. A hamburger with extra mayo. And I say, who TF would order this? So I check the receipt for the order name and it reads, Florida Man. So I realize why this thing is in the kitchen. But as I try to exit I see a happy face doll in front of the kitchen door. So what do? Well, most people would back away and use the fire exit, but I'm not most people, so I pick up that doll, kick it to heaven and go to eat my cheeseburger. But like any story, that's not the end of the doll, so it falls back down from heaven and lands slap down on my table. But the worst part, it was not crying anymore. It had no face. So I'm like, yo, what you want, kid? And I hear nothing, so I eat my burger, but in the middle of eating, I hear,
I can smell you.
The horrified expression on my face too much to comprehend. So I shove my burger down my throat and run so far, flat earthers would consider me on the other side of the universe. But of course, when I looked down, the doll was there saying,
I want some cheeseburgers just to eat.
And I said,
Fish, I'm out.
But obviously, the doll was not happy, so it went full horror story jump scare creepy AF mode and started to look for me everywhere while saying,
I want some cheeseburgers just to eat.
How do I know this? Because I was super close. So I stayed there until I could not see that darn doll, but then it hit me. The temptation to sneeze. I freaked out when it hit me, and I couldn't hold it in, so I let it go. Achoo-oo. Ironically, it was the biggest sneeze of my life. I felt myself starting to ascend when I heard it, but I kept myself sane. That's a lie, so I ran as far as I could, but the doll was just as fast. So I said to myself, that's enough. I stopped running and stood there before turning around to face that creepy-ass doll and said,
You picked the wrong house, fool!
And threw a pokeball at that doll. But the doll pulled out an Uno reverse and the ball came hurtling toward me. So I pulled out my glove, attached an Uno reverse and an Uno skip turn card and showed it off. The ball went back to the doll and the doll said,
Ah, peace!
As it got sucked into the pokeball. So I took that ball to a flat earther and told him, if the earth is flat, then you can throw this ball off the earth. So he did. So I went home, with my stomach full, and when I closed the door behind me, the lights turned off. When they turned back on, like 30 of those dolls were standing there holding knives. And as I said my prayers and my final goodbyes to all of Earth, I remembered, I'm a noob, I'm a dead stereotype. So I said it to all of them, and the dolls died of cringe. And I enjoyed my life with 30 dead dolls on my floor, 'cause I'm too lazy to pick them up. So that, my friends, is the story of the haunted doll. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.